Hi, my name is Kyle Clark. I'm a co-founder here at DesignBook. Today, we're going to talk about how crowdsourcing is growing up and going to change the world, starting right here in Vermont, and the rise of the Vermontrepreneur. Why Vermont? We're a state of firsts. We take the impossible and we make it possible. Everything from the first victory in the Revolutionary War to the next one, which is going to be the first state to truly democratize the access to capital. Starting with a little drop in 2012 with the Jumpstart Our Business Act, President Obama signed into law, and we're waiting on the SEC to publish rules, but we're ahead of the curve again here in Vermont. We have the Small Business Offering Exemption, which allows Vermonters to raise money from other Vermonters in equity crowdfunding. So let's first talk about crowdsourcing. What is crowdsourcing? Crowdsourcing is an open solicitation to an undefined party asking them to contribute to your endeavor. And that can take the form of a social contribution, social capital, an intellectual contribution, a human contribution or experiential contribution, or a financial contribution. So what companies are good for crowdsourcing? Well, they have to have a complex problem that can be solved by a distributed team. And what is that going to do? It's going to decentralize that startup wave. It's going to spread the opportunity outside of San Francisco, Boston, Austin, and bring it to Vermont. Crowdfunding has 4 types. We're all familiar with the rewards-based crowdfunding on platforms such as Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Debt crowdfunding on Prosper and Lending Club. Donation, something that's going on for years. Individuals are contributing to social causes, environmental causes through donations. And now we have equity crowdfunding. Title II of that Jobs Act allows for open solicitation, and Title III will allow for those transactions. Now becomes very important to the entrepreneur to recognize the average value of these transactions. In equity crowdfunding, you have to do the campaign, you have to put together all of the pieces for it, and you have the potential of achieving a much higher level of financial contribution, the average being $190,000. So why Vermont? Why are we starting right here in Vermont? All the data shows that we, again, have all the right ingredients for successful crowdfunding. Ironically, we have a harsh winter here, and that helps crowdfunding. We have college towns. We have a young, restless, and creative demographic, and we actually have very, very high levels of human capital here. A lot of smart people are in this state, and it shows by the numbers. We were rated number 3 last week as a top 3 friendliest states for crowdfunding. We have the number 8 city in the nation for technology crowdfunding activity right here in Burlington. Number 8 city in the nation. We've got all the right ingredients. So DesignBook, we're starting right here. So what is DesignBook? What are we? We're about bringing teams together to make a successful business. Complementary skill sets, complementing attributes, and common passions will make an amazing team. How does it work? You come to DesignBook as an entrepreneur or a visionary. You post your concept, you solicit input from the crowd, use our planning tool to plan that distribution of equity in exchange for all 4 of those forms of capital, including financial capital, social, experiential, and intellectual capital, across your business milestones. You make an open solicitation to exchange equity for those forms of capital. The community at DesignBook applies for these opportunities and becomes a part of your team. And why does this get so powerful? Because once they commit to be a part of your team and they get on board with you, they get on the same side of the table. And the next step, going out for a financial capital raise, will have a group of distributed individuals with diverse social networks to get you over the hump for a successful crowdfunding raise. You've got a good team, and you get that first 20% raise through those diverse social networks, you're over 70% likely to get a follow-through of the balance of that 80% of your raise, because the trust has been established between your team and the crowd. DesignBook, we facilitate that. Presently, we're looking for 30 startups to jump on our platform. Another approximately 500 collaborators. We're halfway there in both of those goals. We want to bring these collaborators together with these startups right here in Vermont to make successful companies. So if you're an entrepreneur, follow your dream, build a team, and grow a company. If you're a collaborator with any of those forms of capital to contribute, join the community. If you're an investor, watch us very closely. We're making amazing teams. Look forward to meeting you.